Brandon McAfee on assignment today. Brandon is checking out the latest episode, the final episode of Meghan Markle's Confessions of a Female Founder. Female founders is something we've always talked about on the show. We love uplifting women and seeing women that don't deserve to be uplifted like Meghan Markle.
Sure. Absolutely. This was the season.
Like Meghan Markle. Nice throwing that at the end there.
So, Mark, you're saying this isn't the season finale after 8 episodes.
It was described to me that it's just part 1. Now, based on her track record, I don't expect to ever see a part 2.
Right. Well, this was an episode here where she interviewed the inventor of Spanx, and we all know what Spanx are. They're the Skims.
How to masturbate. Oh,
they're basically Skims. They're just the tight pants, basically. I grabbed a couple drops from this episode, including.
I completely agree with that. Stop. That is so hard to understand.
that is so fake.
Oh my God,
you are such a phony.
These are the kind of questions that you're going to hear.
Are you good? Is the family good? How old are the kids now? What are those practices that are part of your day-to-day that might be surprising? Can you expand on that for people who don't know what that means? How, what, when, where, why?
Drew, what are some of the practices of your day-to-day? Whatever the rest of what she said.
It's a great question. No one's ever asked me that.
Practices. I get up, I take a shit. Then I get in the shower.
She tries to sound like she's such an executive. I'm a CEO, and I ask CEO-like questions. And I think even the people answering are going, what are you talking about?
Here is the immediate ball washing of Meghan Markle. This is how the interview starts with, what is the name of the Spanx girl?
Sarah Blakely.
Sarah Blakely just finds Meghan Markle to be astonishing.
Oh, now I can see your face. Hi.
How are you?
I'm great.
You look amazing.
You have one beam of light coming down across your face.
Oh,
You're being divinely. Like,
oh my God. I didn't see that.
I'm being interviewed by an angel.
Oh, by an angel.
Just stop the ball washing. Wouldn't you think that even she would notice it? You know, this really is getting old. This business of kissing ass back and forth at the beginning. We really should knock that off.
Yeah.
But no.
So they start off slow and just talk about the basics, and one of those is motherhood. And Meghan experiences something that many other mothers don't.
People often forget. People forget that Lily is 3 and Archie's 5. So you look at the past 5-6 years of my life, it's, with being pregnant, or with a newborn, or with a toddler, and then another one.
You can't even describe it. You can't. You have to live through it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, how does she do it? Can you believe she actually tries to portray herself as like she's a single mom, or I'm a working mother?
Yeah.
And it's so hard.
Lots of money, lots of help.
Yeah,
You're the only one who's ever raised multiple children.
They've got $100 million from Netflix, $30 million from Spotify. None of it they deserve. They were not content creators before that. They begged the United States and Canada for, please pay for our security. Shut the fuck up. My God. Every time she tries to act even semi-normal, it's so nauseating.
No, and it's all scripted because she's got all these questions planned out, and there's not a lot of banter back after they're answered.
They don't banter on this show?
Not too much. In fact, here's where she goes off script. So this is where she gets dangerous.
So, random question.
Yes.
But I'm super curious. As you think, this is not on my papers of things to ask you. I just really want to know.
Oh, good. I love those.
Because I think
like a normal conversation.
when I think about people who manifest and you're so spiritually inclined, are you superstitious? Are there certain colors you wear? You're always in happy colors.
Oh, my God. This isn't on the paper.
Are you superstitious?
What a stupid question.
What does that have to do with her creating $1 billion business?
I think she should stick to what's on the paper.
Yeah.
I mean, you really...
that other people wrote for her?
I mean, people are really begging for some kind of spontaneity here, but it turns out that, no, you're pretty much better off going with what's on the paper, Meghan. Holy shit.
What an idiot.
This is a little bit of a longer clip.
Why would bright colors mean she's superstitious? Does that even make sense?
No, it makes 0 sense. But I guess maybe is that Meghan's way of saying, you always wear the same goddamn colors. You must be superstitious to always wear yellow.
I wonder, this is a weird question. Do you think Meghan Markle is smart?
No, I do not think she's
so.
smart. I think she thinks she's smart.
Is she just brilliantly manipulative?
Yes, she's a great manipulator.
She probably is that.
and a terrible daughter.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if she's kind of a bully with the weight and the power of her money and some of her famous friends behind her.
Well, as soon as she joined the royal family, she became a bully. I mean, she bullied the help around, which is like, who does that?
My next clip is...
I don't think she's an idiot, though, but I don't think she's smart by any stretch.
Well, she tries so hard to sound smart that it makes me think that, you must have a complex at a minimum. Either you're not smart or you think you're not smart. Nobody tries to sound that smart.
No self-awareness.
This is the meat and potatoes of the podcast here. This is where Sarah from Spanx gives us a history lesson. And I just liked it because of Meghan Markle's reactions to everything.
Meghan, do you know what year women were allowed to get a business loan on their own without a man co-signing or agreeing to it?
What a mistake.
Right. Late 70s, early 80s? No, are you going to shock me?
1988. I was a junior in high school when women were allowed to actually go into a bank and say, I'd like to bet on myself. I have a business idea.
Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Really?
I started Spanx only 12 years after women even had the opportunity to do that. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, mind blowing.
Yeah, it's crazy because it's not fucking true.
If you went to a bank in 1988 and you were a female, they'd say, where's the man to sign along with this?
No, it's not true at all. Actually, they passed, and I'm just telling Brandon, I said, I only think I know this from the Family Ties TV show, because remember, the parents on Family Ties were all into the Equal Rights Amendment.
Oh, yeah.
But the ECOA, the Equal Credit Act or whatever, was 1974, where a bank could not demand that. So the other part of it is...
That doesn't mean they always demanded it either.
Exactly. A bank could have given a loan to somebody before that, but they also legally could have said, nope, we need your husband to sign for it.
But as of 74, they could not say that. It doesn't mean they always said it before that. I'm sure there was discrimination for a long time.
I, for the life of me, cannot figure out what 1988 means in her head, what she's saying there. Like, I looked it up. I'm like, what changed in 1988?
Yeah, you're trying to figure out what she's
like
where
what she
she's
got
getting
wrong
this.
there. But 1974 is when the law went in that you are permitted to get credit cards and loans regardless of your gender or marital status. You can't be asked about that.
That's funny. Of course, Meghan doesn't even question it. I mean, it's not real, but she's fully willing to. She's happily willing to accept it.
I mean, that just sounds ludicrous. I was aware of things in my life at that point. I mean, Meghan, how old is Meghan?
42, 43.
That's what I thought. She's close. So she would have been. That would have been a big news story in 1988. If hey ladies, you don't need your man to sign for your credit card anymore.
Well, when you think about her, sort of her place or what she thinks of herself as, you'd think she would just know that anyway.
Yeah. And now, it could have been something where it was challenged in court, but the law stayed as it was, and then it was finally settled in 88, but I can't even find the answer to that.
Yeah, it sounds like kind of a number made up out of nowhere.
It's bullshit.
People love doing that, though. They love acting like we're still in 1950.
Yeah.
I mean, with a myriad of things. I don't know why people have to exaggerate something that's wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, if it's wrong, it's wrong. Why are you trying to make it sound like it's worse than it is?
It's a pretty good move to say, did you know that it was until 1988? I mean, it's such an odd thing to say and date that most people probably wouldn't question.
And, of course, they don't fact check it or edit it out or anything like that.
Women weren't allowed to drive until 1995.
Oh, my God, are you kidding? Oh, my God!
You don't remember that?
No.
That's a big deal.
I can tell you one person who's uplifting lots of women, and that's Meghan Markle. Meghan Markle herself.
I mean, I've invested in a lot of female founders, and I'm really conscious. I know as you do too. Also, you just mentor so many women, and you want them to succeed.
Pick one.
I'm not in the business of trying to dilute you. I'm in the business of trying to uplift you.
Yeah. That's why you invested in them.
Oh, she did invest in.
What are you talking about?
She did invest in Ashley Biden's mental health charity. She gave her $250,000, which she didn't claim on her taxes.
Brandon, what does she say at the end there? I'm trying to uplift you.
I'm not in the business of trying to dilute you. I'm in the business of trying to uplift you.
What? I don't even know what that means. Dilute.
She uses big words and tries to sound very smart.
Well, we know what the word dilute means.
So she's trying to. She would be trying to uplift people like Kate.
Kate,
her sister-in-law.
Bitch, Kate.
I don't think so. Or the Queen.
I mean, I only refer to her as Princess Catherine.
Or her aunts. Funny, she never talks about anyone She never really referred to anyone but Kate.
She
or
had
the
no
Queen.
problem diluting her relationship with Thomas.
Right.
I wonder if people like Princess Anne or some of the females like Camilla, maybe they were just non-entities to Meghan. Like the only people that matter are the fucking Kate and the Queen.
Oh, maybe. Well, and then the one who wondered, I wonder what color the baby would look like. Because wasn't that a woman? Didn't they figure out that was
I think
a
it
woman?
was.
Yeah.
How could I cannot believe, when you think about this, it's really astounding that two people who questioned that interview lost their jobs. Piers Morgan and Osborne,
Sharon Osbourne, right.
actually were fired
Yep.
for questioning Meghan Markle in that fucking interview.
Yeah, that was ludicrous.
Wow. What color the baby is going to come out.
Oh, you're fired, Markle, Thomas Markle.
So you know that she sells these jams that are sold out, on her website.
Yeah, they sold out immediately.
This is the goal of her products.
Ultimately,
Right.
you're solving for someone having a beautiful, sentimental, elevated experience as they start their day with breakfast. That's what I was solving for ultimately. And I could.
Yeah.
It's jam, you idiot.
And it's breakfast.
She wants to start your day right with her jams.
Look, I'm an idiot with business, but I would think the number one goal in selling breakfast food would be that it tastes good.
Hell yeah.
Now, this is the clip
And
that's
it's not expensive.
Yeah, and then the third thing would be make it as healthy for you as possible. I don't know, but number one, it should be that it tastes good.
This is the clip that's getting all the news.
Elevate your.
This is the one that the headlines have picked up from this episode right here.
A friend just said to me the other day when they were like, I just saw this picture I'd forgotten about when you were so pregnant with Archie. I mean, I gained 65 pounds with both
No!
pregnancies.
Oh my God, you're so tiny.
And you're in these.
So
65 pounds? Does anyone believe that?
That's a shitload of weight.
Is there people not believing that amount?
yeah, there's people that think that you didn't gain 65 pounds.
I highly doubt that.
I don't remember seeing pictures of
That'd
her
be
looking like.
gestational diabetes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's a
I
lot
think it
of
would be.
weight.
I don't recall seeing her pregnant, though, now that I think about it.
No.
Is she walking around getting her picture taken?
Harry kept her in the shed. Good move. He should put her there now.
Oh boy, this is my final clip. It's the final words of advice on the season finale or mid-season finale
So this is going to be important.
of Confessions of a Female Founder with Meghan.
I remember my acupuncturist in the UK said to me, and it has always stayed with me, said, if the baby's crying, treat the mother.
wow.
Treat yourselves, mothers.
That baby's crying. Change that mother's diaper. That baby's crying. The mom must be hungry.
Stop.
What did she mean?
That baby's crying. I think mom needs a nap.
I mean, that's what I thought originally was like, treat the mother, like, oh, are you okay? But did she mean like treat her, like get her an ice cream cone?
I don't know what the fuck she means.
What did she mean?
Check the mom's. Go smell that mom's panties. See if she needs to be changed.
Ask her acupuncturist in the UK what he meant.
I gotta tell you,
And the
no
answer-
better place to get child rearing answers than from an acupuncturist.
I completely agree with that.
And the answer, wow.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
I'll defend Sarah Blake there. What are you supposed to say?
Wow.
I'm kind of stunned that there are people who are still willing to go on this show because doesn't everyone end up just being completely embarrassed?
Stop.
I just think they live in a different world than us and don't
Mindy
care.
Kaling?
Don't care what us peons think.
I still can't figure out why Mindy Kaling went on there. Mindy Kaling she's really friends with Meghan or wants to be her friend? That seems, because she didn't know her last name, so she can't be really her friend, can she?
I don't know. It just really does knock Mindy Kaling down a couple levels, doesn't it?
I was shocked. And then next, her big guest coming up is, what's her name? Chrissy Teigen.
Oh, that is too perfect.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
I guess Brandon.
How hurting must she be for guests?
Well, no, I would bet that Meghan Markle would love to have Chrissy Teigen on her show. I think she sees that as a good booking.
Yeah, because Chrissy Teigen has made a lot of money off books and stuff like that, so she's a female founder in a way.
Oh, yeah. Her mom has a cookbook. She has a cookbook.
She'll probably have all those types of people on, don't you think?
I think
I'm
she would
surprised
try.
Doesn't she?
I don't think most of those people go on with her.
I bet you Gwyneth Paltrow turned her down.
Gwyneth Paltrow just had an interaction with her where they ate a piece of pie together on Zoom.
Yeah.
And I have no idea why that came about, but it wasn't because Gwyneth Paltrow was dying to do something with Meghan Markle.
She should probably get Rachel Ray on, right? And then before Rachel Ray dies. Have you seen her lately? Oof.
Yeah, every time I read about her, she's slurring her words.
Yeah, she looks like garbage. She's huge.
I'm unsure. What are they saying about Rachel Ray? Are they saying she's drunk or something's wrong with her?
Well, I think there's worry that she is a drunk and like drinks too much.
Oh.
I mean, she talks about it all the time. Like that husband that used to like to spit on prostitutes. Remember that guy? that's how I know him. That Rachel Ray's husband liked to spit on. Isn't that what it was? Or no, he liked to be spit on?
Is that what it was?
Brandon, will you look it up? What weird kink Rachel Ray's husband was?
It was pretty weird.
But she always called him like a mixologist and talk about all the stuff they would drink together. So
okay.
But I guess Markle in this episode started talking about the Netflix deal.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, and said that Netflix was really interested.
On the episode Brandon just heard?
Yeah.
What'd she say, Brandon? Did you hear it?
I didn't hear this part. There was a couple
you might have
things.
You were on special assignment.
I know, but I went through go ahead, Mark. Tell me.
Well, this is just from an article that explained the episode. But she addressed, how, look, all my stuff sold out in 45 minutes. That whole lie, all the jam and everything sold out. And she is now looking to do something different with the As Ever brand. She's going to step back and kind of assess the As Ever brand because she's not sure if she really wants to go the route of gems and edible flowers. And she's thinking of stepping into the fashion industry.
Oh,
It's like,
really?
what can she do?
Another.
Wow. Well, that would be pretty weird to spend all that time working on this, and then she sells out right away, and she's thinking about getting out of it. Wow, that's weird.
So a little bit more light has been shed onto this Netflix deal, and like, why would they keep her around? Netflix has.
I don't think they're going to.
Well, they've been intrigued by this whole idea of creating an online. On YouTube, if you watch somebody, you can buy their products. Like it's all in the app. Like if you're watching a show and you want to buy a t-shirt,
YouTubers.
Yeah, you can buy. I mean, you have a marketplace within YouTube. Netflix is trying to do the same thing.
Oh,
and they saw her and all her crap and her jams and her jellies as a way to sell to women that would watch her show. So it's another income stream for Netflix.
Nobody wants that
Okay,
shit.
remember when Carl was going through the Markleverse and he went to her page where everything was sold out immediately?
Which is
and
a lie.
A total lie. I have to believe that they must have made a really small quantity. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
They couldn't have made a ton. Can you see if it's still sold out?
Well, I mean, she said she's not going to make it anymore. She's not sure she's going to make. Yeah, that's the whole thing about stepping back.
All that was for one round of jams and shit?
Yeah.
All that publicity?
Yeah.
All that?
And
that's insane.
And going forward, we can pretend that her new blouse sold out or something, whatever she designed.
Oh, is that bizarre? She spent all that time trying to show us that she was a Martha Stewart, or she was getting my hands in the soil. Like she's really this person. She's always been this person.
It all remains
it was just
sold
for
out.
one round of shit.
Everything on the site, yeah, Brandon.
Everything is still sold out, and so I don't think they're going to make any more.
Oh my God, this is so weird. Isn't that fucking bizarre?
Yeah. Yeah.
So was she not serious about this, or did she just realize someone like, oh my God, look what I've gotten myself into? I gotta get out
that's
of this.
really hard. She's in over her head. Yeah. That's kind of what I would think.
Hey, she's a female founder. She's going to figure this out.
You know, it's really funny to me. I read a story about somebody who is sort of like a Martha Stewart type, but she's a micro-influencer, mini, whatever they call them.
Yeah, yeah.
And she was pointing out all the things that showed that Meghan Markle doesn't know what she's doing, just like the way she held certain utensils, just weird stuff like that. And it was very apparent that, she's trying to grift. It's a grift. This is not what she does.
Yeah, she's not trained in cooking. She's not a chef or anything, right?
She pretended she was. I mean, she acted like she was suddenly this homemaker expert.
Although Martha Stewart wasn't either, though. Although she hosted events at her house.
I think she proved herself to be quite
absolutely did.
Yeah. I mean, she'd throw these dinners for 200 people, and she'd supervise the whole thing, and then, bigger.
Yeah, Rachel Ray did the same thing until she met the guy that liked to spit on prostitutes.
I didn't see any stories about that.
All right, I'm on it. I'm going to figure this out. I'm not making this up, right?
It sounds familiar to me. I'm not a real Rachel Ray expert.
Do you remember when she was in Stuff magazine looking attractive? It's hard to believe that she thinks it's the same person.
Was there a point? Okay, did she lose weight and get hot for a minute?
Yes.
Okay,
and then
I do remember that.
And then did Stuff magazine and
Stuff Mag. Wait, wasn't Stuff Magazine kind of that was really skanky, wasn't it?
It was the skankier cousin to Maxim.
Wait, what was the really skanky
But it wasn't
magazine?
Cherry or Club.
What was the horrible magazine that Demi Moore's mom was in? Nude.
Oh.
She was redoing the ghost scene with her hands on the pottery, nude, with a big bush. Oh, it was an awful magazine. Look up Demi Moore's mom magazine nude in or something like that.
No,
oh, God, the name is on the tip of my tongue. It was a hideous magazine.
It wasn't over 40, was it?
No. Damn it. Do I need to Google this?
I'm on it. I'm looking.
Vanity Fair.
No. It's a grim magazine. Demi Moore's mom is nude.
High Society.
Yes, High Society. Yes, the pottery wheel. Oh, God, those are awful.
You can buy it. It's available at dirtymagazines.xxx.
Oh, you buy old issues?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Give me your credit card. It'll be here in no time.
Nostalgia.
Does Playboy do that? They should.
They
I think
should,
people would
yeah.
buy those. I think people would buy a lot of old magazines.
This is one. It was in the very best of high society, including raw sex scandals, Demi Moore's mom nude, 2 girls muff dive down the river. Yeah. And Russian suck slut.
Oh, Jesus.
High society.
I found your spit.
You did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
awesome. Tell me about it.
So Janine Walls is telling the world that Rachel Ray's husband, John Cusimano, is a freak and paid her quite a bit of money to perform kinky sex acts during their 5-year affair. Walls passed a polygraph test and has pictures to prove it. She alleges that the lawyer and musician shelled out cash to spit in his face, rub her bare feet on his face, and other gamey rituals. She was paid $20 to spit in his face. He even took pictures of us doing it.
See?
Sometimes he'd be naked. I always kept my clothes on. John paid me up to
right.
$500 a session. And we'd have 2 sessions a month.
With Rachel Ray's money.
I virtually supported myself by spitting on him.
Rachel Ray's money is right.
Well, you didn't do anything, right?
I don't think so.
It's all 30-minute meal money.
So it was all spit and no sex, she says. No sex happened, just spit.
I don't know why, but it just sounds so much worse when some load guy is blowing some chick's money on shit like that. It's just so awful. Even though it happens the other way all the time.
They're still together.
Yeah, I guess if it's just a little thing they went through.
I guess she had to start spitting on him. Rubbing her feet in his face.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I wonder if that probably wouldn't suffice. No, I don't like it when you do it.
I got to pay for it to really get off.
Yeah, I need to spend your money on it. Well, just pay me. Nah, sorry.
I'm paying for this lady's bills. If I don't do it, she's gonna be on the street.
Holy
John
shit.
Cusimano.
Do it.
Ugh.